So now it's time for a more lighthearted segment, a Here's Why That's Bullshit. So Nathan, what's a Here's Why That's Bullshit?
Well, Michael, Here's Why That's Bullshit is a segment that we like to do because every now and then there's some type of mainstream talking point that just is out there. Is out there that people are just saying that even some people on the left might be hearing and thinking, okay, well, I guess that makes sense or whatnot. But every now and then, one of those mainstream talking points is just verifiably false. And in fact, actually has a very easy counter argument to that. If you are equipped with that counter argument, the next time you hear that talking point, you can very simply say, so here's why that's bullshit.
That is why we love this segment. It enables you to talk to the people in your life that are pushing or repeating talking points and just have the facts to disillusion them. So Nathan, what is our Here's Why That's Bullshit this week?
Well, Michael, our Here's Why That's Bullshit this week is the talking point that is going around about the 200 plus people that were kidnapped off the street and then human trafficked to a concentration camp in El Salvador, because that's what it fucking is. And the talking point is actually one that we saw originally from the White House press secretary, who, when asked how many of these people are actually criminals, she responded by saying, all of them, because they're all illegals, therefore they're all criminals because they all committed a crime. And you also often hear even leftists will actually be kind of accepting this framing. Mm-hmm. They might say something like, well, their only crime was crossing the border illegally or whatnot. So here's why that's bullshit. So first off, it's important to understand that being a criminal is not official until you have been convicted of a crime.
Convicted, people.
Exactly. So by definition, if you are taken without due process, you are not a criminal. So these people who were taken off the streets without due process, shipped off to a concentration camp without due process, you cannot call them criminals for that because there was no due process. They're not felons. They're not criminals. Because they were not given due process. And the reason why that's important is we don't even know how many of them were actually people that entered originally illegally. We don't know that because there's no mechanism for that. All right? Basically what this means is that ICE can say anybody is an illegal immigrant. It doesn't matter if they're a citizen, if they're a permanent legal resident, they can say anybody is an illegal immigrant. And if they're not, and they try to say, actually, I'm not, they might say, okay, prove it. It's like, well, okay, I'll prove it in court. Well, you're not getting a day in court because we're not doing due process.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's just no such thing as being a criminal without due process.
And that's why that's bullshit.